Hey everybody, it is Margaret and welcome to my channel, Texas Gal Treasures. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 10 objects that I have sold that when I first got them, well, some of them I knew what they were, but some of the items when I first got them, I didn't know quite what they were. And knowing what something is can definitely help you when you're listing it and might increase the value. So definitely the overarching goal in this video is if you see something that you're not sure what it is, check it out, pick it up, learn about it, and find out if it is something worth listing. Some of these things you might know what they are. Some of these things you might not. So we'll just go with it. I thought, let me do a quick video about some things that I've sold. Hello in the chat, and I am live. Hello, everybody. Let me scooch it over. You know what? It might be easier for me to pop it up. Pop it up. Hi, guys. Hey, Heather. Hey, Tom. Hey, Monica and Margaret. Hello, everybody. Hey, Maggie. How's it going, everybody? Okay, if you're watching this later, go down there and hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up. And yeah, we'll get started. So when I flip it over, let me make sure. Okay, good. I have it hidden. So I've got the description hidden and also the price. These are all things that have sold. Whether they sold on my eBay store, Etsy store, I'll let you know in just a second. So any guesses in the chat? I know I don't have the chat popped up here, but I can flip it over. Any guesses as to what these things are? I'm not going to wait too long. So here's what they are. These are called Hinamatsuri, and there's a Japanese festival called the Festival of the Girl, and Hinamatsuri dolls are set up and they're left out for a certain amount of time in a Japanese household, and it's supposed to bring, I think, good luck and a good marriage to your daughter if you've got a daughter. So these are Hinamatsuri dolls that my grandmother picked up when she was in Japan. She did a lot of traveling, and these dolls, let me see how I can do this. Let me scoot myself. How about that? That way I can move myself back. These Hinamatsuri dolls sold, I think I ended up selling them on eBay for a best offer, but they definitely sold for around $100. So that's what these are. So if you see something that looks similar to this, and I pulled up eBay solds on them too. So here you see some other Hina, I'm sure I'm going to say this wrong, Ninyo dolls, Emperor, Empress. Definitely check them out. These are solds, and the solds that I pull up on eBay, I'm looking at not the auctions, the buy it nows, because sometimes the auction prices can be lower than what you might expect. So here are just like accessories for Hinamatsuri dolls. It sold for 31 bucks. Is it snowy there? It's actually kind of cold today. So yeah, there's these, and I actually pulled up the wiki page for you too. So they set them up. A friend of mine had a table, like a big raised platform in her house that she set her Hinamatsuri dolls up on. And so it looks kind of like this, where they set up all the dolls, and then the Emperor and the Empress are on the top level up there. And then these are some that are up on Etsy right now. So if you've got a good big set of them, they can go for well over $100. And if you've got, smaller sets, they're still worth a pretty penny. So keep an eye out. Now, it might not be something you see every day when you're out and about, but hey, you never know. So if you see anything that looks like this, take a second look at them, because Hinamatsuri dolls can definitely go for some good money. All right, let me see if I can hide again. So you don't, okay, let me come back to this one. Here we go. I'm gonna hide me, or hide the amount. Let's see, how can I do this? There we go, okay, because I wanna flip it over so you don't see. All right, next. Hello, everybody. Next up is this item, okay. Guesses. What do you think this is? It's a lion. Okay, duh. But what is it, right? Oh, it says it in the description. Darn it. Okay, don't peek. No peeking. So this is a porcelain decanter. I didn't think about looking down there. Oh, well. This is a decanter, and again, this is something that was my grandmother's, so I didn't know quite what it was. I knew it had a lid. It came off. But when I thought of decanters, I thought of like glass bottles and things like that. I didn't think about animal or figural decanters. So this is a decanter that sold for 55 bucks. And I pulled up on on eBay. So this is an eBay search for figural decanters, because if you just search decanters, you'll find, just like glass bottles and things like that. So if you see something out there that's a figural item, maybe like a There's a dog with a jacket. I don't know. Anyway, it's a best offer, but it was originally listed for 65 bucks, or sometimes a figure like it looks like Venus, like, but her head comes off and she's a decanter. So if you see something like that, definitely take a second look at it. The weird, the unusual, things like that definitely sell. Look at this cat one. 75 bucks for this. Okay, and here's a German barmaid, right? Trick liquor decanter. So yeah, again, a corn, it looks like corn, right? So right, if you see something out there that is figural, that part of it pops off, that you might pour liquid out of, take a second look and see what it might sell for on eBay and Etsy. So look at this one. What is he? Oh, he's a school teacher. Okay, the professor, right? Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, I can just scroll through. I think it's so fascinating just looking at these. All right, let me cover up again. Ugh, I forgot about the description down there. Darn it. Okay, next up, let me see. We have got, oh dear, something going on. I see people saying, please. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, City Thrifter. Okay, next up we have got, okay, and I shared these on some of the strangest things that I've sold because I was surprised at what these sold for. These are, I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee. Drum roll, please. Not drum roll for my coffee, but for these are luminaries. It's a paper bag. And if you watched my strangest sales, you saw this on there. These, now I can't get the corner of my thing again. These sold for 20 bucks on my Etsy store. And they are just that. They are paper bags. So 12 paper bags. You pop them open and you stick a candle inside. And so I pulled up some sold on eBay. And again, these are buy it now. They're not auction. Because when you look at the auction prices, some of them are super duper low. But again, if you see paper bags that have holes cut out in them, I mean, look at this. 12 plain white paper bag lanterns. Okay, I could totally just go get some fun scissors and cut the tops off of some white paper bags. Are you kidding me? I just saw these, I swear. I'm like, okay, I could go cut. Okay, I'm going to get some craft scissors. I see a new future for my shop. Luminaries, plain white paper bags. Cool. All right, so there's that. All right, let me cover up again. And see, you probably got, you might have known what a luminary is, but maybe you wouldn't have realized how much they could have sold for. Okay, next. All right, what is this? Do you know what this is? Because if you know what it is, and you can get the right wording in the title, then you can ask for a little bit more. So what do you think? I'm looking in the chat to see if I see anybody mention what they think it is. I had to look it up because I didn't know. So when I saw this, I thought it was like an urn, right? To me, it looked like an urn for cremated ashes, but that's not what it is. It is a ginger jar. So this ginger jar sold for $54. And I've actually sold a ginger jar without the lid. So this lid pops off, or comes off rather, and it is an Asian ginger jar. So when you throw that in the title, it's a ginger jar. There you go, you got it, Cindy. But yeah, I had to look it up. So these are sold on eBay of ginger jars. So a lot of times they'll have this kind of like flat lid that sets on top like that without like a handle. Sometimes they have a handle. So it's got this kind of like flat rounded lid, as you'll see over here. And yeah, ginger jar. So I did put in there, you know, the cremation thing, urn, all of that, just in case somebody else like me who didn't know what it was looks for it. But again, look at the size of this one. Oh my gosh. Okay, here's a little Coke can. Ginger jar. I didn't look up what their best offer was, but they listed that for 345 bucks. So take a look. See, look, here's one that sold without the lid. I've sold one without the lid before too. Hello in the chat. So definitely take a look. Here's a ginger jar that sold for 125. This one sold for 50. Again, here's another one without the lid. So keep an eye out for ginger jars. They're worth a lookup. I think Maggie's asking, how did I find out it was a ginger jar? I think when I was searching for something similar, I was looking for a cremation urn. I was looking for urns. I was looking for more keywords. And as I was doing a search, I kept seeing things that were similar to this labeled as ginger jars. And so that took me down that rabbit hole to search, okay, what's a ginger jar? No, this one didn't smell. It didn't have any smell in it. So yeah, Satsuma jars look similar. Oh, okay, cool. Then, okay, no peeking, no peeking. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. Let's hide that out. Okay. All right, so ginger jars. So keep an eye out for ginger jars. Now, if you've watched me for any length of time, you will know what this next item is. All right, so this is just, it's a round thing, and the top has got, oh, this one's totally open, but sometimes they'll have holes in the top. Hint, hint. This item is a, oh, you know what? I put a hat pin holder and vase on it, but this is a little hat pin holder that sold for 35 bucks. So here's this. Now sometimes I thought this one had the holes in the top, but this one does not. So if you see, and again, if you've been watching me any length of time, you've seen the hat pin holders that I've sold that were in my grandmother's collection. But if you find some nice hat pin holders, you can definitely command a really high price. Candle holder, there you go. See, so like this one. Oh, this one actually came with a pin, so 55 bucks was what was offered on that. I've sold a Northwood one, and there you have to watch it because there are some reproductions on Northwood glass hat pin holders as well. Yeah, see, I know, like, some of these you guys are probably going to know if you've been watching, you know, for any length of time, but some can go for really good money if you see something that's like this. And sometimes people may not know what it is or think it's just like, it's just a vase that grandma bought at the thrift store or something. You never know. Look at that one. Wow. Okay, again, these are solds that are out there. So, and I've sold a number like this. I've sold them for more than that, though. Okay, next up, this is something else that I think you might know. Maybe. Ta-da! Okay, what is this? Again, if you've been watching me, you know what this is. But if you haven't, if you're new here, what is this? This is not a hat pin holder. This is a sugar shaker. And another word for this is muffinier, which I don't think I actually put in my title, or else it's hidden. So muffinier is another word for this, and it's a, you know, Victorian, Edwardian era. They would put their sugar in it or other like condimenty spices to shake out, and you can command a really high price for these sugar shakers. So depending on what they are and what they look like, you can get a pretty good price. Like here's one that's cranberry glass and pomander. There you go. If you're doing it, the pomanders I think were for like dressing tables too, right, Cindy? So those are all like really good keywords, because then there were ones that they would have on their dressing table with their powders and stuff. Isn't that what the pomander is, right, Cindy? Okay, I knew there was another word for it too. Okay, now again, this cranberry glass one, this one sold, but this one I would have listed for way more than this, because if it was true cranberry glass and if it was truly, you know, marked and everything, I would have asked more for that. So, and then the unusual, my grandmother was always looking for unusual ones. So she would have easily paid 95 bucks for this egg-shaped one because it was something different she didn't have in her collection. So here's another one. Very, very pricey pieces, or they can be. Okay, dude. No, that's just not. Okay. All right, next up. Uh-oh. Let me not move me. Let's just make it hiding. There we go. Okay, are we hiding stuff again? Yes, we are. All right, next. What is this? What makes it a sugar shaker? Oh, they're much bigger, Thrifty Chic. And she's asking what makes the sugar shaker different than a salt shaker. Sugar shakers are much, I don't have one handy to show you, but they're much larger, like so, as opposed to tiny sugar, like a salt shaker. They're much bigger. Okay. Have to watch out for flash. Oh yeah, totally. Because if it's like the flash glass, or it's peeling off or whatever. Yeah. Okay, what is this? What is it? I know it's a bird, but what is it? I know some of you are going to know in the chat. What is this? There you go. You got it. I had to look it up. I didn't know what this was. Oh, look, you guys are so good. It's a pie bird. Okay, so this is a fault. Mine is a false graft pie bird. So if you see a random bird, see, you guys are good. I had to look it up when I bought it because I did not know what it was. Okay, it is a pie bird. And basically you would put it in the pie to let the steam out, right? But if you look, these are eBay sold for some different pie birds out there, and they're little birds. They're not always birds. I've seen some that were not birds. And their little mouths are open, and they're at the bottom. Look, you can see. Where's the picture of this one? You know, it's got this like crack in the bottom, sort of, to let all the stuff out, right? So you can get, for some of them, good prices for pie birds. Oh, look, here's a snowman pie bird. Somebody is not going to know. Oh, that one's kind of racy. A mermaid pie bird. Oh, dear. Okay, see, but again, there's some that are not birds. There's dogs and frogs and things like that. An elephant, super cute. And the little vent lets the steam out. Okay. I had to look it up. But if you see something like that, and I think I picked it up for $1 or less, and if you can flip it for 15, 20, 30 bucks, depending on what it is. And I'm sure just like with sugar shakers or anything, there's somebody out there that collects pie birds or pie figures, pie bird figures. Anyway, yeah, okay, good. Good job, you guys knew what a pie bird was in the chat. All right, all right. Next up, we have, okay, what are these? What are they? I know some of you are going to know. But when I got them, the only reason I know is because they were in a lot with other things. But I have come across tools that I've looked at and was just like, I don't know what kind of tool this is and what it came, what it would go with. So here we go. What are these? All right, here goes. These are watchmaker tools. These tools sold in a lot for $20. And the only reason I knew what they all went with was because I bought a lot of watch parts that had like backs and little gears and springs and faces and things, and the whole lot, it was in there. So these are watchmaker tools. And so I did a search on eBay for the sold, and different watchmaking tools can sell for pretty good money. These are, okay, this is end date recent first. And these are, again, buy it now, not auction prices. So if here's a whole toolkit of watchmaking stuff. This is a movement holder, just little precision screwdrivers, 21 bucks, right? So if you see them, a lot of times, you might see them in a drawer or something at an estate sale, or I don't even know. I mean, because look at this. I would not have known what this was if I'd seen it out and about. What? It's got this little groove in it, and All right, so if you see weird little tools and things like that, especially if they're for super cheap, pick them up and research them and see what they are. Because watchmaking tools. Look, I had one of these. 22 bucks. Maybe I undersold myself, right? Because look, I have one right there. There we go. So maybe I just didn't know. I should have done a little more research. All right, I knew what they were all. Okay, ha ha ha. Okay, then let's see what's next. Oh, okay. Again, you know what these are if you've been watching me. If not, but you might not know, and you might not pick them up. I'm going to show you 4 things. All right, there's one, and they can all be labeled pretty much the same. There's 2. Here's another one, and they're like this big, so they're like that big. Now, what are they? All right, and I labeled them all pretty much the same thing. Dun, dun, dun. You must be in a different part in the video, Bill. Okay, so these are, I'll go back to the first one. These are collar stays, or not collar stays, but collar pins, right? So instead of coming across like the tie, like a tie clip, they would be on the tie bar, like the collar up here. If you watch Mad Men, you could see the guy up here. So it's not the part that goes on the tie, it's the part that goes, let me see if I can Google. I'm going to look over here and see if I can Google Mad Men collar pin. Here we go. So you can see a picture of of a dude wearing one. Ah! Of course, it like jumped off the wrong page. Let me come over here so I can show you again. Come back. So here's this guy from Mad Men. And see, he's got one going under his tie over here. It's like a bump it, like a lady would wear a bump it for her hair. But I guess a guy's doing a bump it for his tie, right? Okay, so it's one of these things, right? And when Mad Men, you know, is out, I mean, I still sell them okay, but a lot of my men's accessories were really selling well during that time. I'm trying to get back to that page so I can show you. So, now how do I flip back? There we go. All right, so this, and I will pick these up for super cheap. I mean, pennies. And they will sell, I've sold this one for $17.99, this one for $17.99. Oh, this is the same picture, duh. No wonder. All right, so this one sold for 20 bucks. This, and then these ones, this one sold for $17.99, but this one, I've sold a number like this for $19.99. I bought 3 of these in a little plastic baggie at the thrift store for 10 cents at my local charity shop. So I sold all 3 of them for 20 bucks a piece. So I went from 10 cents to 60 bucks really easily. So if you see these out, pick them up because they will sell. Now, almost all of mine have sold on Etsy. The sales on eBay, and maybe that's why I sell mine on Etsy. These are sold on eBay, and they're not quite as much. Okay, here's a Tiffany one. Okay, mine weren't Tiffany. So here's one that sold for 85, but most of the time they're sold in lots. This lot was sold for 35. Here's 3 that sold for 31. I don't know if they just sold for more because I had them on Etsy, but on eBay they don't sell quite as well. I'm not sure. So I'm seeing lots that sold for well, you know, still good money if you're picking them up for cheap. So there you go. There you have it. Here's a nice picture of how it works, like so. Okay? There you go. And like that, 21 bucks. But mine, again, sold on Etsy. Ta-da! Okay, here we go. Right? When I saw them in a baggie at the charity shop, I was like, oh yeah, these are coming with me. Okay, let me see. Last one. We did this. Here we go. Do you know what this is? Do I have my description? No, I don't. Okay, go. Do you know what this is? It is, let me share with you some more pictures and give you more clues. Some of you may know already, though. Looks like this. Okay. It closes up. This is, if I flip it over to the other picture, you're going to know immediately because it says it on the front of it. This is a sinker mold. Okay, it's a sinker mold for making weights for fishing, right? A lead sinker press, there you go. A sucker mold. I guess you could use it for a sucker, start making candy. Yeah, it's a sinker mold. Okay, where I'm just like, who is making these? But apparently, maybe you couldn't just go down to like Bass Pro Shop or Academy and buy sinker, like weights for your fishing. Once upon a time, perhaps, I don't know. But it's a sinker mold. And I picked this up, I think for 50 cents or $1 at a garage sale. And you would pour in your hot metal, lead, I guess, for your weights, for your fishing. So yeah, there we go. And this sold for $17.99. Again, some of these you may have already known what they were, but I wanted to go with things I've actually sold and things that I had to look up, or maybe I didn't know immediately what it was. So you found sinkers and jewelry jars. Maybe they didn't know what they were either. Okay, so those are 10 items that I sold that I had to look up what they were, figure out what they were, how to best describe them so that you could get, so I could get maximum profit for them. Okay, you didn't know, but was it on the screen? Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't know how I tried. Okay, so you can fish and wear jewelry at the same time. Oh, very cool. Vicky says, my dad had a bucket of scrap lead to melt and make sinkers and jigs. Very cool. Sinkers are great tablecloth weights. Oh, that's true. Okay. Cool. Okay, so those are my 10 items of things that you might not have known what they were. And if you find them, definitely make sure that you can describe the items very well so that you can get the right buyers for your items. So overall, again, the main theme of this is if you see something you don't know what it is, pick it up, try to learn about it, expand your knowledge, and try to describe it so that you can get the best possible buyer for it. All right, thanks again, you guys, for coming to watch. I just noticed, if you saw the jewelry jar video where I talked about my brother doing that viral video about the Tide Pod Challenge, I saw that it went over 200 thumbs up on it, which was what my goal was for me to get him to come on the channel. So now I gotta talk to him, get him to come on the channel and just hang out and do a Q&A. It won't be a long one. I don't think I could have him on for a long time, but I'll call him today and ask him. Okay, thanks so much for watching, you guys. Thanks you guys for showing up live. And again, go over there and hit the thumbs up. And if you are watching later, or if you want to come back if you're live, leave a comment down below letting us know something unusual or an object that you had to look up that you weren't sure what it was when you found it out thrifting or at estate sales, garage sales, and things like that. All right, thanks for watching, everybody, and thanks for coming. And I will talk to you later. Oh, yeah, every time. Okay, bye, guys.